And don't go with the cheapest guy. The cheapest guy is not always the right guy.
I've been there, done that as well. Made that. I got that T-shirt. Two or three of them actually. Obviously you had a vision, which is part of the fun of real estate. Honestly, just whether you're doing a small remodel or a bigger one, you get to be the person who you're paying the bills first and foremost. So you've got to, but you control the checkbook and you get to have the vision for the property. And but part of that, and I know you just from discussing this ahead of time and reading ahead of time, the challenge of taking your vision into a reality is often getting the people to do the work for you, getting the contractors. And so I want to talk a little bit about that because other people who are new investors are probably going to have similar challenges that you've had, that I've had. So could you talk about the process of picking a contractor and then having to pick another contractor after that and how that went?
So I read a whole bunch of books on, okay, long distance investing. So, you have your checklist of contractors and you go meet with them. I met with probably about 6 contractors. And I ended up going, my first contractor, I ended up going with the contractor with the least, with the lowest bid. And I went with this person because I liked the way he was talking at the time, but when it came down to it, the talk didn't match the work. So, and he was a fellow veteran. So I kind of felt a sense of, okay, give this guy a chance, which was wrong. I should have went with my gut and was like, yeah, I don't think you're a good fit for this project. Although he had some good ideas, none of the work was completely done. That like literally the house was left in worse shape than it was found. And it ended up costing more money.
Wow. Yeah.
The second contractor was a friend of my boyfriend's who's also in construction. He lived in Louisiana, so he was familiar with the way the homes were structured. And he got a lot of work done until it was time for him to do another project, and mine was just left kind of like, whatever, figure it out. I'm done. I've done all I'm gonna do. So in the end, I had 2 wonderful uncles who are more handy than I thought they were, who actually brought the property together along with a little help of my mom. She actually did some painting. She cleaned up the place very, very nicely. And that's how it all pretty much came together in the end. So I went through 2 contractors, 2 uncles, and my mom and my boyfriend to get it done.
So your mom really got to see the finished product at the end there.
She really did. She really did.
Well, were there any lessons? So I've had bad contractor experiences. I've had good contractor experiences, but I'm just wondering if there are any lessons now that you've done one, you've seen how it worked. You mentioned maybe going with your gut on the first one. Was there anything else you could think of that would be a good lesson for other people when they're hiring contractors to do work?
I would definitely ask for references of other jobs they've done that are what you're looking for, not just jobs that they've done, like something they've done to what you want them to do for you. Definitely look for those references and call those people. Ask them, were they on time? Ask them, did they meet your budget? Ask them these hard questions that I just didn't feel comfortable asking at the time.
It's uncomfortable, right? Yeah, it is. I call it the sweaty palm conversation when you have to press them a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of hard." But it's the most important time, isn't it? To check it out,
Yes.
check them out up front.
Yes. And don't go with the cheapest guy. The cheapest guy is not always the right guy.
I've been there, done that as well. Made that. I got that T-shirt. Two or three of them actually. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Yolanda. I feel very fortunate to be able to have so many conversations with people who are at various levels of their real estate investing career, and just to peek behind the scenes of what it takes to buy it, to fix it up, to go and figure out just all the many pieces that, like a puzzle, you have to put together for that first deal. So thank you, Yolanda, for sharing with us and for your time. If you enjoyed this episode, or if you enjoyed the show in general, There are a few different ways you can support the show and to keep it going in the future. The first is to hit that subscribe button, whether it's on YouTube or if on your podcast player. When you hit subscribe, it lets you know of any future episodes that come out in the future. Thank you so much again for spending some time with me today. Until next time, I'm Chad Carson. You can also call me Coach. And the Real Estate and Financial Independence podcast is all about investing in real estate, achieving financial independence, and doing more of what matters. See you next time.